મારું ગુજરાતમાં આપની બુક વાંચીને એમાંથી શું સારું કરી શકાય કે ભાઈ માટી કેવી રીતે બચાવવી જોઈએ અને માટી બચાવવાનો વિચાર એમનું મેં હમણાં સાંભળ્યા અંદર મારી સાથે તો કે ભાઈ માટી અને પશુ એટલે કે બીજા જીવ મનુષ્ય સિવાયના જીવ એ બંનેની જાળવણી જો કરીશું તો જ મનુષ્ય બચી શકાય એવું છે. એટલે ઘણો બધો મારા માટે બી નવું છે. થોડુંક વિચારીશું, થોડુંક વાંચીશું અને એની અંદર લીડ લઈશું ગુજરાત તરફ. એટલું કહી શકાય કે લીડ લઈને ગુજરાત જેટલું બને એટલું ઝડપથી સારું કરવાની કોશિશ અમે કરીશું. થેન્ક યુ.
Well, we have signed this memorandum of understanding with many nations, but it's a pride and pleasure that the first state to sign this memorandum of understanding in India is Gujarat, and Gujarat has always had the reputation of being an agile state. And I don't think it's a mistake that I landed in Gujarat, not in Karnataka, not in Tamil Nadu, not in Kerala, but in Gujarat. And the response has been fantastic. Both the Chief Minister and the Climate Change Minister are on the job. So what the MOU means is that the handbook has simple principles with which the government can make a policy. Normally, the government has to prepare the concept and then make the policy. We have made the concept so that the government can make the policy quickly. It is not for me to make policy because that involves budgets, that involves various other calculations of the state's economy and the political and cultural situations, which only the government can do. So this is only a handbook what we have presented to them. It is a very proud moment that the first Indian state to receive this handbook has been Gujarat, and as you saw, the Chief Minister and Climate Change Minister are fully engaged with this. What this simply means is this is an incentive-based or incentive-driven policy because this is agricultural lands. These agricultural lands are the only piece of land on the planet which is being tended to by human beings on a daily basis. If we cannot change this, how will we change forests? How will we change oceans? How will we change deserts? When the land where men and women are working on a daily basis doesn't change. So this is the first thing that needs to change, because it is also important to change because this is our nourishment, this is our survival, and this is also our economics. So it's important that agricultural lands are revived, and right now the danger of agricultural lands moving towards soil extinction is very imminent, and every top scientist in the world is talking about in 50 to 60 years' time, 90% of the world's soil would be degraded. Right now 62% of India's land is considered degraded with 1.3 billion people. This is a very dangerous situation for the country without ensuring the food security of this nation. Every other development, every other forward steps that we take in the country will become meaningless without food security. So this is a very important step that Gujarat has taken today.
Sir, you proposed to have a meeting with all the nationalists today, the GCCI and the other nationalists. So what were the suggestions or ideas that you gave for a Hindi? Sir, Hindi बताइए.
So we met the Chamber of Commerce and the business and industry. Right now, we are not asking them to do anything in particular except to raise the voice, because this is a time where the citizenry in the world speaks. For this to happen, the industry, business, media, all of you have a responsibility to make that happen. So that is all we are appealing for right now. But one thing that I am appealing for with industry and business is to work out a carbon credit scheme for the farmers. Because in the world, they are talking about somewhere between $25 to $70 per acre of carbon credit. if the organic content is increased in the soil. Our farmers in southern India, we have worked with over 130,000 farmers, that is 1.3 lakh farmers. But last 7 years we've been trying so hard to get the carbon credit for them. It's almost impossible because the carbon credit scheme is essentially designed for industry, not suited for farmers. Farmers are not able to get it. Though they can sequester enormous amount of carbon, they are not able to get the carbon credit. So industry and business has this responsibility to work out carbon credits for the farming community.
Thank you, sir.
If you ask the farmer to do anything more than what he is doing, he will collapse. That is where it is, not just in India, across the world this is the reality. So right now, not a single nation has minimum 3% organic content. United Nations has made this standard. To call soil as soil, minimum 3% organic content should be there. But not even one nation has an average of 3%. Sorry. The highest average that we have is in Northern Europe, which is 1.48%. United States is 1.25%. Africa is 0.3%. India is 0.68%. This is where we are in the world. So, without giving an incentive for the farmer, he cannot move in that direction. That is one level of incentive. The second level of incentive is carbon credit scheme. The third level of incentive in the marketplace, he must be recognized. If it's minimum 3% organic content, his products will naturally get better price. So with these three incentives, we can drive ourselves in a direction where in 6 to 8 years' time, a minimum of 3% organic content should happen. I want you to understand the difference. That is from 0.68% to 3% is a massive jump for the fertility of soil in this country. We should make this happen. Let's make it happen. Thank you.
તમે અમારી ચેનલ પર નવા છો તો ખાસ મિત્રો આ ચેનલને સબસ્ક્રાઇબ કરી લેજો.